Hello, everyone. It says I'm live. I'm here. I am. Happy Monday. We made it through another whole week of whatever that week was. It happened, and now you're at a Monday, and there's going to be another week and another week, and that's how time crushes the soul out of you. So, what's up? How is everybody doing? I hope you're having a good time. Hope you're ready to talk some books. A lot has happened last week. Scares that care. AuthorCon 5 in Williamsburg, Virginia, which I wish I had been at since everybody else seems to have been there. The two titans of the book collecting world, you got Mike and Tim Bedwell were there, and they were ready to crush everybody in a manwich at the fest. That didn't toe the line. But Tim, thank you, Tim, because you did all the work. You went there and you talked to like literally everybody. I mentioned in the newsletter that you talked with the man, Philip Fracassi, and then you talked to Jonathan Jans. That's for Mike. Mike wanted to see that. And then Tim Wagoner. You talked to him too. So you were sitting down, everybody at that couch. It was a cool little setup, great interviews, great conversations. So I was happy to see it. And if you haven't, go over to It's Terrific. Go check out the channel and watch watch the reporting that Tim brought back for us all to talk to these great people. I didn't realize so many wonderful people were there. I looked at the featured people, but apparently Malfi was there as well. So that's awesome. So anyway, who do we got? Who are we talking to? We're talking to Mark, Mike, Jason. Good to see you. Einar, good to see you. Jay Stones, Brandon, Jason, Mr. Weapon 10, Kevin, Patty, who saved my sanity with her numerology. I asked for 555 or 555 from Fantasia Press for my Fracassi number, and I got none of them. I gave them 3 options. I said, can it be one of these 3? And they said, no, you get number 68. Well, joke's on them, because Patty pointed out 6 plus 8 is 14. 1 plus 4 is 5. Who won in the end? So I got the IKEA number 5. So they give you the parts to make number 5. Then you got to make number 5 yourself. But until then, I was like this guy, bruh. I mean, if you saw my unboxing video, then you realize why I was doing bruh. Kind of a big bummer, but like, I hate sending books through the mail. I hate the back and forth. I only send books back if there's like a major defect, right? So the number written there is nobody's going to see it. It still doesn't affect the quality of the book. Who knows? Maybe 55 or 555 has a gouge right down the cover. I don't know. Whoever gets it, good. Congrats. You can lord it over me until the end of days. I will say, if I did get 555, I would be sorely tempted to get a Francois Remarque to match my Ciao Alone with Strangers, which is number 555, because Brian James Freeman worked with me and he gave me a number because he couldn't give me 5 to match my Earthling Fracassis. He gave me 555. Whatever. So if you get either of those numbers, don't worry. I don't need a trade. I don't want to risk anything. It's like, it's not worth it. So, but it is annoying. So there's that. I'll always have that annoyance that'll follow me the rest of my life. Hey, Zach, good to see you. Phil, good to see you. Been sitting at the airport going on 6 hours now, trying to fly back to Atlanta. Let's see if we make it. Bad storms around this part of the country, Zach. I'm sure you know. Tim was great. Yeah. Hello, number 1. Did you say happy Monday? Happy Monday? Oh, I didn't realize you're Garfield. I know that's an oxymoron. I know. Good evening, Roberts. Good to see you. Yeah, the reading with Fracassi and Malfi was a ton of fun. Oh my God, they need to write a book together. Could you imagine how fun that book would be? Yes. That would be awesome. Hey, Stephen Wayne Allison Jr. is here. Yes, he got number 61. He probably asked for number 8. I got 41, Mike. Oh, good. Everybody got lower numbers than me. Ugh. Got 201 Broken Binding Third Rule is awesome as well. My Broken Bindings are very close. I will be getting those. I saw pictures. I know Philip is thrilled with them. That is awesome. I'm so glad that it meant something to him, because it means a lot to us. And he needed a bit of good, happy vibes, good vibes. How about that KPB interview? Keelan Patrick Burke, that was a lot of fun. Yes, I was going to get to that. Alexia, are you here? No, you're not here yet. She won. She won the signed nerve endings. I got to read it. I just got to read it. I did read Distinguishing Features. I have the chapbook of Distinguishing Features, which is just bizarro. It's great storytelling from Keelan Patrick Burke. I love that novella, that short story. So I got to read. This. This is next. I'm reading this next. So I finished Kin. I didn't finish it the second time when we did the book club. So I had like 80 pages left, and I did not remember how that book ended. And it's crazy to think I didn't remember how that book ended the first time. I mean, it was some years ago when I read it, but still, it's kind of scary. You're like, what about my mental acuity? Let's talk about Jeff. But yeah, that was wild. Great book, man. Oh, I'm kind of glad I didn't remember the end, because when I was going through it, the punches kept coming. And then I did kind of remember some things. I'm like, wait, like right before they happened. But for the most part, it was almost like experiencing the book brand new. Kin is an awesome read. You should watch the interview or the book club and see what he said about a sequel, about another book that he's going to be doing because we told him to do it, Mr. Stitch. Great chat with him. He was very kind. Right at the end, it got a little weird because there was a lag, and he looked like he was pissed at some of the questions, but there was just a weird lag at the end. It's like, what are you going to do? So I'll post it on my YouTube channel, a version of the interview. But right now on my Patreon, you if you remember, you can see. Oh, it was in my newsletter. That's where I put it. So if you're a subscriber to my newsletter, you were able to watch my my book club with Keelan Patrick Burke, our book club with Keelan Patrick Burke. So anyway, that was a lot of fun. He's a great author, great person. I requested Sundiver to match a later one in the trilogy. I found, but nope, no dice. I'm sorry to hear that. And welcome to the show, Christopher. Yo, Mitch is here. Mitch. It's finally, we can start the show. Currently in a corner hiding from passengers. Well, you know what? You got to get in the cockpit because they can't get in there. Lock the door. You'll be fine. My book came in the mail today. It's packaged like gift. Kind of don't want to open it yet. I don't blame you, RA. You should have bought 2. That way you keep one gift wrapped. Little tip. What's up, Retrospective? Good to see you. You told me who you were. Now I'm going to keep calling you Retrospective. I need a few spare Broken Binding Third Rule stickers. Oh. Well, I don't know how many stickers. That's a sticker that's on the package, right? Yeah. They should sell them separately. How about Keelan Patrick Burke post this evening? Could he be talking about CD, or is there another shithead publisher? Yes, I saw that. Keelan Patrick Burke posted that he should be writing, but he's exchanging emails with publishers who are behind on their payments, 8 months behind. And I was going to say, is one of those Chizzy Dick CD, CD, Chizzy Dick. But I didn't, because, it's It's good to get the warning out there, what he's doing with like firing the warning shot, but you don't want to go in and start to say like name names yet. That'll come later. And I'm all here for that. Naming names for Chizzy Dick. But I bet you it has to be he does the covers, he's released titles. Um and I was gonna mention Cemetery Dance in our book club discussion, but I didn't want that to blow up in my face the same way mentioning Bentley Little to Keelan Patrick Burke blew up in my face. Not in a mean way, not in a dramatic, Jerry Springer kind of way. It was oh, Mitch, Jerry Springer was a show from like the 90s, right? The 90s where they would have like probably the lowest strata of society. He'd get them good and drunk, and then he'd get them on the show and they'd fight. But it was supposed to be a talk show. Him and Maury Povich were they kind of had that sleaze corner all etched out for themselves, but you'll have to look it up in an encyclopedia. Oh, Mitch, an encyclopedia is the thing we had before Wikipedia. You know what? Let's check in with the Magic Duff Bucket. What have you got for me today, Magic Duff Bucket? We got some Wiseacre popping off. Going to get the resupply from Mitch. Oh, yeah, that reminds me, Mitch. I owe you for a resupply. Now, yeah. Okay. So where are we at? Where are we at? Yeah, so I think that was a jab at Cemetery Dance. I think so. Off topic of books, but on topic of mental acuity lacking, I had to rewatch season 1 of Severance because I didn't remember any of it. In my defense, it was a long 3 years. Yes, you could be forgiven. I think that's only how long it was between my readings of Kin. 3 years. It's kind of scary, but kind of not. I dug the book so thoroughly that I'm surprised I didn't remember exactly who makes it all the way to the end of the book and what a sequel could possibly include. Mitch, absolutely blown away at your kids' work on those slipcovers. They are master craftsmen. I'm going to get into mine. Broken Binding is weird. My 3 copies of Third Rule shipped in separate boxes. But Jason, you know what I understand is that somebody said when Broken Binding ships the books all in one package, they get damaged. They can't ship in bulk. So that could be a response because they were selling some trilogies and they'd put the whole set in a box and ship it. And when it came across the pond, they'd be inevitably damaged. So I think that's part of why they gift wrap each book as well. They're trying to protect the shit out of them because I'm sure it's murder to keep replacing books. So anyway, I think so. It was really interesting. Hard to type it. Oh, Severance into a genre. What's in the Magic Duff Bucket? Yes, Wiseacre. Got to get up to get down. Mitch, a little early, man. You don't see me flexing about the 11-3 pounding I handed down. Hey, what's up, Chad? Good to see you. Chad Lutsky is here as Chad Lutsky, not Creepy Couch, but Creepy Couch is awesome. Awesome YouTube channel. Go check that content out. Jeff, we can't say cockpit anymore. It's flight deck. Oh, I didn't realize that was now I make the connection. I have not heard the word cockpit in a long time. A cockpit sounds like something that was in one of the sheds in Kin. If you read the book, there may have been a pit where they tossed some things. A cockpit. Flight deck. Oh, now I know. No, but we're still waiting on the plane anyways. Haha, I'll pass that along to my kids. Pure 90s entertainment. Ask your mom, Mitch. She won't let them watch. Good evening, Lance. Thank you for joining that book club shindig. As I don't throw anything away, I still have my childhood World Book Encyclopedia set my mom got me. Life-changing. Wow. You don't throw anything away, Christopher? Nothing? Zach, yes, Severance is worth it. Thanks to everyone here who sent Tyler good thoughts. Yes, Tyler got was hospitalized. Tyler had a health emergency, and if you're a faith-based individual, if you're a person who has any pull with the cosmos, universe, God, any whatever you believe, send your good thoughts and prayers to Tyler. It's scary what he went through, and he's a great guy. Like, the guy is seriously just an awesome dude. Just a totally kind guy. I wasn't talking to you, Siri. She piped up. That was weird. It sounded like, I don't know what that was. I do believe in ghosts. So yeah, Tyler Jones, man. I hope he makes a full recovery and there are no lingering effects of what he went through. It's awful. Yeah, I thought a cockpit was slang for the old Wrigley bathroom pissers. You mean the troughs? You mean the troughs, Stephen? What? Yes, you walked into Sox Park and men lined up. There's a big trough. It's just a drum. And y'all had to watch everybody else piss. The most, you know what? I am metabolizing everything efficiently and not generating any urine at Wrigley because I would never have survived. But yeah, the trough. You had there wasn't even a wall between. It's the most perverse thing I've ever seen in my life. Hoping for the best for TJ. Yeah. Whoa, wait. What happened to Tyler Jones? Is he okay? He was admitted to the hospital. He shared it on his Patreon, but he started having he couldn't find the words. I laugh about it because I was just doing that, but I was trying to think of a diplomatic way to say it or a medically sound way. I don't know what exactly befell him, but he had trouble speaking. He could not say the words he was thinking. And that sounds like a stroke. I mean, that sounds like a stroke-like affliction. And he ended up going to the hospital, and he was in there for a few days, and I think he lost his speech again, and they had kept him. So, yeah, it's scary. He's a young guy. I mean, I met him personally. He seems super fit. Like, this guy's ready to. I don't think I'd beat him in a 100-yard dash. I don't think I could out push up. I couldn't win a push up contest with him. But it's just, yeah, man, it's scary and unexpected. And he has a young son who's a special needs son and child that needs his energy, his guidance, his caretaking. And it's just, it's just sad for one person to go through so much adversity and affliction. So, yes, thoughts and prayers are with him. Thanks for another great book club. Was even better with Keelan Burke to talk about his book. Yes, thank you. TIAs. What is TIAs? Yeah, it's not. It was in regards to Tyler Jones. He wrote he had some TIAs. I know. Thanks in advance is like the web acronym, but I didn't know what TIAs meant. The same at the Museum of Science and Industry, Beth. Ugh. He had a neurological emergency. Every damn men's room from my elementary school and up was like that. Oh, home now. More testing to come. Yeah. That's scary for anyone, but especially an author. Hope the doctors can find a fix. Yeah. Yeah. Prayers for him. I had no idea. Yeah. Tyler had an update about coming home earlier today. Hey, cool rooster. Good to see you. Tell your brother I said hi. TIA is a minor stroke, I think. Yeah, I just was wondering what it standed for. Minor stroke. I mean, it's scary because of what happened to F. Paul Wilson having a stroke that ended his writing career. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Tyler Jones is a man who works with words. To lose words, lose access to communication is terrible. if we're selfish about it, like, I'm not saying you're selfish, but if we're looking at that aspect, but also he's got a career, he's got a profession, and that would be impacted as well. And then of course, him being able to care for his family. Um, so there are many, many reasons. But yeah, I understand what you're saying, RA. Like, as an author, to lose access to your vocabulary. I mean, that is exceptionally painful, right? It's like a musician going deaf. It's it's ironic, and it's exceptionally cruel in that regard. Yeah. Also called a mini stroke. Oh, okay. It's right above Mike's comment, Jeff. Yeah. Oh, transient is ischemic ata. Oh, transient sounds like, it comes and goes and it's not permanent. So I like that word if that's what it means. I'm just like uh worried about him. I hope he makes a complete recovery. So do I. Um Wilson had a stroke. I know I haven't gotten his newsletter in a long time. I'm not on social media, so I rely on Jeff for my book news. Oh, I'm so sorry, RA. Yeah, he had a stroke. Yeah. Um and he's taken a step back. Ken Bruin died yesterday also. Yeah, he was he an actor or martial artist? I saw the thing, but I don't know who that person is. I don't know who that was. Yeah. Hey, folks, Armalite, no problem. Jason, you're right on time. You're on Jason time. Irish crime writer. Oh, that's right. That's right. Yes, I saw. Yeah, there are two people. The other one was like a martial artist. Is that how you say it? Martial arts expert. You don't say martial artist. Artist. Um, but yeah. That's a. It's a. He wrote the Jack Taylor series. Must read author for me. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Sorry to hear that, Mike. Seems like a bummer kind of week. A lot of ups, a lot of downs, a lot of what haves yous. If you're on Philip Fricassi's Patreon, he did a massive update for his book tour, for AuthorCon, for all this stuff, and he shared a lot of exciting news that I cannot reveal here. There's a lot of stuff he talks about in his Patreon that is for members only. Um, so that's my recommendation, to go become a member, become a patron, and sign up, because man, the stuff he shared, I was smiling ear to ear. Just so much stuff from what did he talk about? Lots of stuff going on. He talks about, Third Rule, his book tour, some deals he might have in the works with people that deal with moving images, and then upcoming work. I know some of it he has shared, but a novella that's going to be part of a collection that sounds awesome. I can't wait for that. Um, as well as unwritten stuff that he's going to sit down and write and get out the door. Man, he handed in final edits for Autumn Springs Retirement Home Massacre, and I can't wait to reread that. I may have a line on a revised arc, an updated arc, so I can read the final version. I'm so pumped for it, man. That was a great book. Just I dug it so much. Yeah, I think Autumn Springs Retirement Home Massacre had all the fun of Gothic, which was a rollicking, fun thing. Uh, but it dark, man. And and a lot of that compulsive reading from Child Alone with Strangers. That's how I would compel. That's how I would describe or categorize Autumn Springs. It's like a mashup of Gothic and Child Alone with Strangers. I mean, Philip might groan if he heard me say that. What the hell, you dringus? But it feels like that could be, if you're familiar with Philip's catalog and all that. you know. But it's an awesome read, and I love it. I love it, love it, love it, and I can't wait to reread it. Richard Norton was the martial artist. Okay, thank you, Mark. Thank you. Yeah, yeah. Hey, Jeff, question for the expert. I found a cemetery dance lettered at a used store that says PC. What does that mean? That means publisher's copy or presentation copy. So, Baron, that is basically if they said we're doing it's a lettered edition. So they do 52 letters. They go through the alphabet twice. And then but when they publish that book, when they actually build that book, I don't know how many they'll do. It seems like there are a lot of PC editions over there at Cemetery Dance. Let's be nice and say if they do a print run of 52, they do 8 more. They just do a round number of 60. And when they mail out all those 52, some Drangus is going to say, "Hey, mine is dinged," or "I got the wrong letter," or whatever it is, and they need to send out a replacement. So they'll send out a replacement copy. They'll write the right letter in there, and they'll send it out. You got a replacement. Good on you. You're all square, and you're not going to be burning down Baltimore to get your money back. Then, once all the dust settles and all the copies are out the door, and there's nothing else. No one else is complaining. They don't hear anything. They'll mark all the other ones PC. They're not supposed to be sold. Sometimes they're marked PC because they're contributor copies. So they'll give it to the author, the artist, maybe somebody who wrote the intro. They'll get a contributor copy. But they're not supposed to be sold as part of the print run. They're also considered lower quality because, for example, with the 52 letter alphabet, letter B, there's only one letter B in the whole universe. There's only one letter B, but there may be 8 PC copies, so it's less rare. So PC copies should be cheaper. And yeah, and there seems to be a lot of PC copies at Cemetery Dance. Like instead of doing 52, they did 104 letters, and now they had an entire other print run they can mark as PC and sell on eBay when the print run is all sold out, and then it looks like, hey, we found these in the warehouse. So but they should be exactly the same in every regard as the official numbered or lettered edition. They're totally the same. So quality wise, you're getting the same paper materials, slip case, tray case, whatever the case may be. It's the same. But that little PC, I don't know. I got a PC, the blade itself, from Curious King as a gift to me, which means a lot. So PC, yeah. So some publishers on the contributors copy, they put the people's initials in there. So Philip Fricassi's Earthling editions will say PF. If you ever see those, I think those are really cool. Actual author copies are cool. So I think if you saw it at a used bookstore and it's a good price, you could buy with confidence if it's an author you like and the price is right. That's cool. Hello, Cat House. Philip read from that book the other night. Autumn Springs, did he? Cool. That's cool. Yeah, he's going to be pushing that book now because Third Rule's out. Oh man, I'm so happy. I think this turned out spectacularly. The Third Rule of Time Travel with from Fantasia. I love it. Yeah, I smell it every time. I don't know why. I don't know why. The paper is a little light. It's not bad paper, but it's a little light. Like I wish it was a little heavier stock. But the page design is incredible. Maybe not incredible, but I really, really like the page design. Generous margins, large type. Old people dig it. Francois art is cool. The boards are nice. The binding's tight, but not too tight. you know, and I just think they did a fantastic job. It's going to be tough for me not to read this copy when I do my reread because I'm going to want to experience the art that Francois put together. There's Beth. I've heard some reviews, man, that they don't like Beth, and she is like one of my favorite protagonists in a long time because she's not some idealized version of a hero. She seems very real to me. Her whole world is crumbling down. She lost her husband. That's not a spoiler. Um, Her research is threatened. Uh, it's like the wolves are outside the door. She's not a happy person. This is somebody who's the shit is hitting the fan on the regular, and she's trying to keep her stuff going. She's got left really is this research, and her daughter too. But it's I think you know the thing is when I read it, I'm like nobody could fault Philip for writing a bad female character, right? Because that's the thing. Men can't write women, um, which I think is a load of shit. There's only one way to be a woman. Like there are no variations on women. I can't imagine there is a fictionalized woman that doesn't match a real woman in the world because there are infinite numbers of ways to express your femininity or your womanhood. So I think Philip didn't fall into the trap of making Beth just beautiful, but she wants to be understood for her sign. Like, not falling into these tropes, these misogynist sort of traps. I think he wrote a complex, badass female character and not in the phony piece of shit badass, like, I'm going to make her angry at the world and angry at men just because. I mean, that sounds like a pouty party to me. Um, it sounds like a load. It sounds like virtue signaling. No, he made a real dimensional, believable, complex, hurting, grieving, brilliant character. And I think it's a tremendous job in Third Rule. I loved it. And but I did see some people say he can't write a woman. I mean, you can't win with some people, and that's the thing. You're going to get a wide range, a trade edition that goes out to the whole wide world, and you're going to get people that are like, this book was hyped to me and it didn't live up to it, or whatever the case may be. And there may be people who legitimately don't like Beth. I hated Holly, and there are people that love Holly, and that's okay. I can understand. And I actually envy the people that like the characters I don't like. So it's totally acceptable if you're like, well, I didn't like Beth, um, based on your own sort of chemistry with the character. That's fine. I mean, nobody's the gatekeeper of your opinion, and all opinions are valid. But I feel objectively, if you look at the evidence of the book, Philip did a great job bringing some complexity to the character. And that's what I connect with. Cardboard cutouts, don't do it. That's why I didn't like Marla. It was all cardboard cutout characters. That's why I hate Bentley Little stuff. They're just I was talking to Keelan Patrick Burke at the book club, and I mentioned Bentley Little, and he's like, "Oh, I love him. He's like the David Lynch of absurd horror." I'm like, I wish I could read him that way. I wish I could find that lens that makes Bentley Little worth it. I would love that. I want absurd. I want, like, let's just go crazy and have something that's just wild and outrageous, and let's live a little. That's usually my thing. Like, look at the John Dies at the End series. It's wacky, it's absurd. One thing doesn't necessarily connect to the other thing, but man, it flows like a river. It's nuts. And I love it. I'm here for it, you know. But Bentley Little and Keelan Patrick Burke was like total fanboy. And it was an awkward moment for me. So I left it. Um, Let's just say it's 100 and not lie to ourselves. I agree. There's more PC than the actual letters seem like. Yeah. Um, uh, a CD book market as PC is one of the thousands of extra copies Chiz had printed to get dirty money. Yeah. No, that's kind of what I hit on. Makes sense. Appreciate you. Well, I appreciate the question, Baron. And there are many experts in the comment section here in the chat. Sometimes I think everything going on at CD is sort of scummy in some way or another. It is. That's true. If you sold all your books, how much money do you think you would get? I'd get a buck 380. Cool, Rooster. A buck 380. I have no idea. I don't know what current valuations are. That's going to be a problem for my children. I love the layout for PP's third rule. Yeah. I really like my Fantasia third rule as well. Love the page accents and embellishments. Yes. You mean how much will producer Jill get? Yeah. Her and the child's will probably sell them in a garage sale. And I joke that they're probably going to sell them per pound. So they're going to have a scale like $1 a pound book sale. So you probably get Blood Meridian for less than $4. It'll be over Jeff's dead body. Yeah, man, don't get me started on that whole you can't write that because you're not that stuff. I know, Chad. Like, I think the most human thing for a person to do is to try to put themselves in someone else's shoes and try. Maybe you fail. Maybe you don't get it right. Maybe you're bringing some things, but at least you attempted. Like, doesn't that get you points anymore? It's not like you're sitting there going, I'm going to totally exclude a certain class sector of people and never try to understand them and write only in my lane, and therefore you will only like I don't know. I think the author needs to broaden their world so the reader can broaden their world. So everybody kind of, and yes, I think it is great to read from people who have different lived experiences than we do. I want that. I want somebody who grew up in a trailer park and never got a fair break, but had a talent for storytelling, came up in the world and is a brilliant communicator of that pain and that experience. And I also want somebody who is born into wealth, who lived an extraordinary life that I can't even imagine if I had 8 lifetimes of living, to share that experience with me and see through their eyes. That's all part of it. So it's such bullshit, because then we're just left in our boxes. Everybody's in a pen, and nobody is crossing the distance to just make that connection. And I see that happening more and more and more and more. And then there are people that are just have an axe to grind. It has nothing about the art they're watching or reading or listening to, and they just have some issue and they take it out on whatever nerve was stimulated. And that's unfortunate too. But you know, I don't know. It's what makes conversations dynamic. But yeah, that is a really big pet peeve of mine. Philip writes believable characters, period. Yes. CD is finally sending out the slipcases for Interview with the Vampire almost 2 years after the book was sent out. That is amazing. Don't hold it against Holly that she is insufferable. Blame the guy that wrote her. I totally do. I think I think he made an insufferable character. And yeah. And it is fair game to say that. Like you can say, hey, you should write black, white, gay, straight, male, female characters. You should be able to try to write characters from everything in every possible way. And in fact, I think it'd be a great exercise for everybody to sit down and try to write what you think life would be as something else, some other category of existence. It's great. I know there were some people that lived in certain demographics that I will never be part of, that told me of their experiences and told me some things I never had to consider. And it's kind of mind blowing if you talk to people and they tell you their stuff, their what they had to go through. You never think about it. For example, I talked to this one woman who was a lesbian, and she told me when she was growing up and she was in high school that before she told anybody, and she never, she was still figuring out who she was. That like the captain of the football team liked her, and all of her friends were like, "Oh my god, like the best guy in school likes you. You're going out with him, aren't you? Like that's stupid. How can you pass that up? Like there, you won, right? You won the prize." And she forced herself into a relationship with this guy because that's what everybody wanted to see her do. Um, I can't imagine that, like feeling like you had to do that to appease or fit in. That's quite extraordinary because then you're dating and everything involved with dating and things like that. Mitch, if you don't know this yet, please go get an encyclopedia and look up courting in the 21st century, whatever the case, whatever encyclopedia you can get your hands on. Anyway, so it's interesting. Like I never thought of that. It might seem like something that's obvious if you sit and think about it for any length of time. Like, yeah, dumbass, that's what being in the closet means. Until you see it from somebody, like it just brought it home. So I think that's what good writers should try to do. You should aspire to do. And anytime anybody gets slapped and told to stay in their lane, they can go fuck off. Really, you go pound sand. Go into your corner, go into your echo chamber, go into your little bubble, and die there. Seriously, because you don't have the brain, you don't have the equipment to be in society. In my opinion. Jeff, read the PP edition. I love all my limiteds, especially the ones that may have an ink smudge or a creased page that you only discover while reading. Yeah, I do. I do want to read my limited editions. That is basically what they're there for, because like the limited edition should be like the HD of version of books. Like it's the most tactilely, it's a tactile feast. It's a visual buffet. It's like it's amazing to sit there with a limited edition and read it. You just have to be careful. And there is that script running in the background where I'm thinking, oh man, my hands are a little extra oily because I'm a grease ball. Um, and I don't want to get oils on the pages. But like, for example, I'm going to be reading Blood Meridian really soon. Keelan Patrick Burke mentioned Blood Meridian. I'm like, I have got to read it. I'm going to read the first chapter in the Suntop edition. I am going to be terrified. In full disclosure, I'll be terrified. For all my talk about read your limiteds, it's $1,000 book. And I mean, it's worth much more than that now. Maybe not much, but that's pretty scary to sit and read it. But I agree, you should read it. Jeff, I had Jan's personalize my Marla arc you sent me. He is a great guy. You need to at least try something else from him before you write him off. Try the Nightmare Girl. Okay, Mike. For you, I will. I agree. And he seemed like a great guy in the interview with Tim. He seems like a great human being. And I'm glad you were able to get that Marla personalized. That's awesome. That is really awesome. I just got my copy of The House on the Borderland from Conversation Tree, and it is amazing. The price was amazing for the level of quality. I'm so thrilled to hear that, Lance. I'm so happy for you. Good. Cheers. Cheers on that. Mitch has an encyclopedia. Must be a limited. He stitched them together. Yes, I will be. Oh, yes, I will be continuing with the Weird series. Great book. Oh, that's great, Stephen Wayne Elson Jr. That's what happens when a massive publisher bullies you to fit in by changing your book to be more marketable. Also, got my Blackwood set from Jared. Awesome as usual. Centipede's awesome. I can't wait to order the next one. I read my limiteds too. I make paper bag book covers for them so the dust jacket doesn't get messed up and the boards stay nice. That's awesome, Patty. I did that too. I made a paper bag cover for Haunting of Hill House. The hell's it beep? And I read it, my Suntup edition of Haunting of Hill House. I did the exact same thing. That was cool. I have pictures somewhere. Yeah, no, that's you got to read them, but like there's not, you can protect the boards, but you still got to touch those pages, even as I'm thinking about touching my blood meridian, I'm like, ugh. Like I gotta make sure, I can't get the grease, cannot get the grease on there. I promised somebody I would make mention of a new Facebook group. Oh, Mitch, I just read your message, Mitch. That's freaking awesome, Mitch. That's awesome. I'm so happy to hear that. News coming at a later date. Where did it go? I was just on it. God damn it. Okay. Where am I? So, I am happy to tell you about a new group called the Malfi Mafia. If you are a fan of Ronald Malfi, there is a new Facebook group that you should join, and it is called the Malfi Mafia. And if you need to look at it, here is the Malfi Mafia. Bram Stoker Award finalist, Senseless. Is Malfi ever going to appear here? I don't know. But get over it. It is a brand new group. You got to get on it, get in it, get up under it, get behind it. Anyway, you got to access it. Malfi Mafia. Malfi's on there. Is he really? Awesome, Kevin. I did not realize he was on there. He's going to be in there. So, there he is. Ronald Malfi. I'm going to add him as my friend, but I don't know if he's going to accept it. I wouldn't. I'd be like, man, I don't need you dragging down my brand. But so this is like the Fracassi Freaks, the Anya Addicts. There should be a Lutsky Lunatics. I don't know. Somebody should out there. Like, look, I'll be in all these groups. I'll admin the groups. I'll be happy to, to be somebody that's in there. But I don't know if I want to create any more groups. But Lutsky Lunatics or I don't know, Chad lads. No, it excludes the women's. I don't know. Whatever. Lutsky Lunatics is good. So I think he needs one. Anyway, I like all the author groups. I wish every author I loved had their own author group, and you should get in there. And look at that. Einar, Mark, and Mike asked to join. Should I let him in? Well, somebody else can let him in. I'm doing a live. So go do that. Bruh. I'm debuting the new shirt tonight. Bruh. This ain't my shirt. This is a Walmart finest, but I love that frog. He's just like, bruh. I saw, I was watching Tim's, oh man, my hair's all messed up again. Oh, my whole face is all messed. My channel's messed up again. I was watching Tim's interviews, and I'm like, I have to hit the weights. I got to hit the weights. Tim's a monster. So I got to hit the weights, and I got to hit a lot of weights to catch up to Tim. Tim, what you benching? What are you curling? What do you curl there, Tim? I threw 185 pounds on the bar today, and I had no spotter. So I only did like 4 reps. How am I admitting that? You'd never admit that into a live microphone, into the internet. You don't do that. Men don't do that. If they make if there's a trope about women, they lie about their weight. Well, men lie about their weight, how much they bench press is what they lie about. They never admit they can only do 185 4 times. I bet you Tim could bench press me bench pressing 185 pounds. That's what I think. Yes, the boards on Levidian and Chow Loan just grabbed all oil and grease. Really? Well, that's funny because look at this. Look what I got. I was going to show you this. I mentioned it in my Instagram post, but I absolutely love how they line up. They are the exact same height on the shelf. They're not the same height in my hands, but they are on the shelf. That makes me so happy. The only thing that would make me happier is as if this MFer was 555 to match Chow Lone Strangers. But what can you do? There's only one Brian James Freeman. And I gotta say, I heard things in confidence about Brian James Freeman that make the guy a goddamn saint. I know I've said this before in other lives, but recently I heard something that like I cannot hear any more great things about Brian James Freeman. The guy is amazing. And to think his pedigree comes from Cemetery Dance, the same place that's the Richard Chismar cesspool. You know, it's so crazy to think he came from that. And he is just an amazing dude. I mean, it's just not right. And he makes all these other publishers, he set the bar high. Let me just say that. But yes, Alex and Diana, they're great people. Alex and Diana are great people. They're very nice, very kind. But I just wish you would have given me one of the 3 goddamn numbers I asked for. It's a burr. It's like a pebble in my shoe. And you know what? It's like I'm on a hike and I don't want to take my shoe off and get that pebble out. I probably should, so I quit acting like a little shit about it. I'll have to join that. I love small town horror. I just got back on Facebook last week after a 2-month absence. Patty, you need to take care of Patty. What Facebook should do is allow an option where you could shut everything off except the groups you're in. We should float that by the Zucker. We should float that by Mother Zucker and say, hey, can there just be an option where like I'm not ingesting any social media content other than the groups I've joined, my interest groups, these books, these movies, whatever they are, and only within those spaces. You're still like, for example, in books of horror, you're still going to encounter some, like that System of a Down song, Toxicity in our city. You still will get it, but it's, you can limit it. You're not going to get random drive-by garbage. So I think that would be a great setting. Yes, we need a Lutsky group for sure. Yes. Mad for Chad. I liked it, Mark. Mad for Chad. You win, Mark. I like it. That's exactly the thing. Like Lutsky Lunatics doesn't have that Mad for Chad or Mad Chatters. No. I like yours. Mad for Chad. Still haven't read Malfi, but my buddy Hunter thinks he's the best author writing today. I will say, Chad, that I was shocked with how, I don't want to say poetic. That doesn't sound right. Wasn't he compared to Faulkner, like Horace Faulkner? But his way with prose was he has a way of writing. His prose is beautiful in some regard, but even that's not quite right. But his prose, I dig his prose a lot. Lutsky's up there for sure. Try Small Town Horror. So damn good. It was. That's the only one I've read. So I'm looking forward to reading Come With Me. I have Little Girls and The Night Parade. I heard great things about Little Girls. I missed our book groups, but nothing else. My new job is super demanding, and I just didn't have the bandwidth for social media nonsense. Yeah, I mean, totally get you. You just shut it off because the thing is, you fall into it. It's like you have 15 minutes and then you realize you look up and you spent all that time looking at stupid nothing. And, you put it down. You have to put it down and put it away and never look at it. He blurbed the bed makers. Oh, cool. I got to get the bed makers. Wait, no, I don't have the bed. Do I have the bed makers? No, I don't. Man, oh, no, come on, man. What do I got? Oh, I got to pull out my stack. I got to pull out my stack of Lutsky. I got Wounds to Wishes, Spinal Remains, the only one I got signed, the only trade I got signed from my guy Chad there. Cannibal Creator. Get the GTFO with this book, Chad. The Pale White, Slow Burn on Riverside, Foster Homes and Flies. I think maybe my favorite Lutsky, I don't know, How the Skin Sheds. GTFO with this one. I should have bought the Thunderstorm. Skullface Boy. Awesome. Yes, I do. Bruises on a Butterfly. Amazing. And I got the Cemetery Dance version. And then, yes, the Bed Makers. I have it. Oh my God. I have to read it. I have got to read it. That's sick. That's sick. I knew I had it, but then I didn't know I had it. And that's sick. That's a sickness. But that's okay. We're going to fix it. I'm down with the sickness, TJ is Horace Faulkner. He blurbed the bed make. Yeah. I hate Facebook with a passion, but I have to use it for groups. There's really no alternative. Some wanted me to sign up for Discord as well, but that's not happening. Read it now, Jeff. I know. Oh, thanks so much for your readership. Chad, come on. You need more readership. I got to read it. Yes. This is on top of my TBR along with Keelan Patrick Burke's Nerve Endings. Yes. Okay. That settles it. It's an oversight. I can have an oversight. I can have an odor sight as well. So let's get into an unboxing, shall we? Look at this. What is this? Uh-oh. It's not unboxing. It's a unzipping. Oh, this is Jeff Ward After Dark. This is the Rapture. Yeah, it's the Rapture lettered bundle. And I opted for the dust jacket. So you get to see that right now live. Oh, come on. Shut up. Shut up. Oh, shut up. Do shut up. So let's look at this. So this is the lettered edition. This is the one I have nothing but, oh, man, this was a great read. My first Brian Evenson, Brother's Keeper. Oh, man, this was a great read. Beautiful red. And then here it is. Look at this. Shut up, man. 3 signatures, and I got number 5. Look at that. This is the numbered edition. I apologize. I thought it was the lettered. Oh, okay, dumbass. The lettered is in the dust jacket, and then this is the print. I'm a moron. But anyway, and then this does not have the stitch. It's just a staple. Great read. Very cool short story. And I got Altman's Tongue sitting there. I'll probably sit there for a little bit. It's going to sit for a little bit because I got other stuff. I got to catch up on that I'm long overdue on getting to. like bed makers. So there's that. Now this is I thought that was a lettered. My bad. Sorry, Mitch. Sorry for fumbling, fumbling at the. Let's see what this says. Thank you, Mitch, for the little card. So here is the print. Also, oh, I love the feel of that. That is cool. If you don't get these prints, they're really nicely done. You could, you feel the bite. It's signed by Chris Panettiere, and it's number 5. So it matches. I love the package, the whole thing to come together. And here is the the new thing. This is the new. Oh, that is cool. So, oh, that is awesome. Now that's a facsimile signature, right, Mitch? Brian Evenson there. That is wild. I love that label. And this is a beautiful dust jacket, man. Very, very cool. Yes, I am doing this live. Mitch, that was crazy good stuff. Love the dust jacket. Yes, rookie mistakes, dude. I listen to you when you ask for specific numbers. Thank you, Mitch. Mine came with 0 screw ups. Thanks, Mitch. It's cool. You're new at this job. Maybe you should consult Amazon on how to ship. Mine arrived perfect every time. That's awesome. Yeah, facsimile. Oh, that is really cool. But it is a cool detail. I mean, that is very nice. This and the label, you can't feel it, but hand marbled papers, very cool dust jacket. Mitch's kids, and they're 3. One's 3, one's a newborn, and they fold it for the chapbook. Oh, so it's independent of the chapbook, and it's a dust jacket. Very cool. And then yes, here is the letter. So it is full bleed art, whereas the numbered has a border all the way around. You see how that goes. The lettered is all the way, very vibrant, very, very sharp black, very crisp black. And then it's color inside. Damn. Oh, I love the red lines for the signatures. Letter T, because I'm Mr. T, Oh, very cool. Very, very cool. I'm loving. And then the stitch in the middle, the Mitch stitch, which ties into this story so perfectly that you don't even know. Oh, these are treasures, Mitch. Seriously. You're doing amazing work. And I love it. I love these chapbooks, man. Such a great I'm looking at the art. Such a great package here, man. And I love the 2-color signature sheet. Love it, love it, love it, love it. With the DJ here, man. These are I hope, Mitch, that you sell out all the time from here on out, forever and ever. Amen. But also people realize what you're doing and they start coming for these chapbooks and hunting them up on the secondary, like with a ferocity. These will be sought after, in my opinion, because they're so very cool. Anyway, love it. Great job, Mitch. Cheers to you, bro. It's weird toasting a 4-year-old with alcohol, and it's not even that 4-year-old's alcohol, but whatever. Dig the spray paint touches. Yeah, they're very cool. They're very cool. Patty, your book heading your way. Yes, cool. Color is new on SIG sheets for lettered. I love it. The best chapbooks being made today with the best authors of today. Yes. We need a Lutsky Rapture chapbook. We sure do. Sounded like KPB might be interested. Maybe he is. That'd be awesome. I would love to do one. Any new books this week? Doing a book with Chad and KPB would be a dream. I'll see what I can do. Speaking of KBB, have you seen the vintage Camel cigarette ad I made for him a few years ago? Next announcement in a second. Awesome. No, I didn't. Vintage Camel cigarettes ad. Wait, I might have seen that. Maybe we're gonna blow that up. Oh my god, where a man belongs. We're gonna show that. That's hilarious. I'm gonna share that. It's so awesome. That is so Keelan. He poses like that. His author photos are very fashionable. Low tar camel taste. Yeah. Yeah. I don't even think you put his face on another man's body. That is exactly, you probably put the cigarette in his fingers, but wait, well, am I going to get demonetized for showing a cigarette ad? IDGAF. That's hilarious. Yeah. Changed my mind what a chapbook is capable of. Yeah, it's awesome. Love it, love it, love it. And quite the collection I have going. It's like you're like the Sun Tup of chapbooks. You are. When he posted that pic, I threw it in Photoshop right away because it straight up looked like the back of a Playboy magazine back in the 70s. That's his whole body. That's what I'm saying. That is him. If you saw his author photo in Kin, it's just like that. Oh man. Let's show this author photo. Very, very stylish dude. You know, he's right out of a he's right out of an international male clothing catalog. What an awesome book, by the way. What an awesome book. If you've not read, why ain't you read it? Oh, and Cottonmouth. You got to read it. Great books, man. Stacks and stacks. Cool Rooster Games. The real value of the book is what I think. The real value of my shelves is how they make me feel. So that's the real value. A very late hello, Russell. Well, I hope everything's cool. Roll Oates. I hope he's not too mad about his depiction. I try to do my best for Rolled Oates, and I hope he didn't go into a biting frenzy. Have to roll early this evening, ladies and gentlemen, and Mitch. Later. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, a little bit early, but go for it, man. Take it easy. Have a good week. We're going to be talking a little bit. So we've talked about Malfi Mafia. You're going to have to do a blood oath. We talked about Kin and the book club discussion. Oh, Levidian, I talked a little bit about Brian James Freeman and what just a stellar human being he is. But he did a new book release. It's a Scott Carson book. Unfortunately, I have no interest in it. I don't know if any of you all do. I hope it sells out completely and totally for the guy. And I did read one Michael Corita, Scott Carson is a pseudonym for Michael Corita, or the other way around, or maybe they're all phony and nobody really exists. Maybe it's all Bentley Little. I don't know. But I read Those Who Wish Me Dead, and I loved it. More of a thriller, crime thriller, but not my usual thing, but I really liked it. So I have all the faith in the world that this new book from Levidian is going to be great. That said, I'm not getting it. Hope everybody else does. And he also shared that he's got all these Bentley Little titles coming. I'm like, man, good for you. I don't know how he's doing with those Bentley Little titles. Bentley Little books are like worthless on the secondary. They're very easy to come by. And I just don't know that there's that much of a demand for them. But he's got 2 coming out, and then he has 2 more. Dude. And Dirk Berger is doing all the art, and the art looks just fantastic. So, my loss, I suppose. That's fine, but man, I just wish. Yes, join the Malfi Mafia or else. Yes. Jeff, can't wait to schedule my trip to JeffCon. I know. I gotta. Oh, it's looking like JeffCon just might be. I'll be at a bar and I'll just tell everybody the day and time. I'm going to be at a bar and everybody shows up. That would be fine. And I think, but I want to, yes, I want to get it where we can all celebrate authors and have some discussions with some books and some beers and some Fracassi and maybe some Malfi, maybe some Lutsky, maybe some Keelan Patrick Burke. I don't know. I'm going to ask everybody. I have The Chill, the other Levidian Scott Carson. Did you read it, Patty? I've read all the Corita books. His early crime series was his best. Good. More I won't have to buy right now. Damn. That Bentley Little book was actually good. The Haunted? A Haunting? I'm cool with it. Jeff Con bar crawl. We're going to have to find a city to do it in because I'm not in Chicago anymore. That's where you do a bar crawl, a pub crawl. On Western Avenue in Chicago, Blue Island to be completely accurate. You go from bar to bar to bar across down Western Avenue, and then you get arrested or something. I don't really know exactly how it goes. Brandon wants in the Malfi Mafia. Someone let the guy in. Oh, take it easy, Chad. I'm out of here. Happy reading. Yes. Take it easy, Chad. Glad you stopped by and shared the camel ad. It's hilarious. I haven't read it yet. Looks good, though. Yeah. I mean, they're going to look beautiful because it's a Levidian, you know. See ya, Chad. So yeah, I wish Levidian well. I want him to do all the books and sell all the books, even the ones I don't want to buy, because he deserves it, man. The guy, again, the things I hear sometimes I can't share, but what an insanely awesome dude. I really. Broken Binding. So we got the Devils. If you got on that interest list, oh yeah, I wasn't able to get in. I actually went. I thought since I was on the interest list, I could get in to buy it, the Devils, but I was not able to because it's not out yet. Let me share it with you. So the Devils, we invite you to the early access for the Devils by Joe Abercrombie. The Devils Are Nearly Here, a special edition of the latest novel by Lord Grimdark himself, drops this weekend, featuring stunning new artwork on the cover, boards, end papers, and edges. This is not one to miss. You got to get on the interest list. Probably shouldn't have shared that. I'm going to stop sharing now. Dude, they are in the Netherlands. We got new travel advice for the U.S. here in Norway last week, and we were all reminded from our travel insurance company that it didn't cover being denied entry. So Jeff Kahn might be. Oh, I'm Jesus. I know my client said similar and canceled plans to come to a trade show. They are in the Netherlands. Oh, damn. Damn. So anyway, I might have to clip that part because I shared an access code. I'm gonna have to cut that out. But the details are there, and if you were on the interest list, your opportunity will be this Sunday, April 6th. So let me see. Okay. I can't believe how stupid I am. So April 6th at noon British Standard Time, which is like 7 a.m. Eastern, to go there, enter the code, and buy your copy. I'd imagine a lot of you are already on that interest list. Maybe not. But I mean, I think you guys should be able to get in there and get a copy. I think it's only 30 pounds. It's not like a super expensive signed limited edition. And it's signed. So anyway, get on the interest list if you're not. And then third rule for me is coming very soon. I can't wait for it. Philip is thrilled with it, and it's it's going up on my shelf. Like I said, I'm getting two, and one of them's probably going to stay wrapped. Maybe I don't know. I might not be able to help myself. There was a new advanced pre-order from SST. If you are a Paul Tremblay fan, you should be on the SST email list. I don't remember this title from Tremblay. I think this is, oh, excuse me, this is one that came and went really quickly. And I didn't even get the trade edition of this one. I did get the trade edition of Horror Movie, and I did get the trade edition of Paul Bear's Club, but I didn't get this one. So, if you're a fan of Paul Tremblay and SST, I recommend you sign up. Jeff, didn't you share a version of the Devils in blue color for the UK? I couldn't find it. There were two. There was one that was for Waterstones, but I don't think that was blue. Yeah, that wasn't. Let me share my screen. I'm not sharing anything that I need to hide. Let's see. So this here is the signed edition. Maybe this is what you're thinking is blue. Had these cool end papers. So this is the signed exclusive hardcover. It is unavailable any longer. That's the Waterstones edition. I don't know if there were any others, but it has this board and prize draw. Find out more. Win 2 tickets to Joe Abercrombie's UK tour. Oh, great. I'm not going to be able to go to that. Anyway, has sprayed edges, but it's not blue. Then there was the other one that was that Patty shared. It was lit something. Lit escalates. And it wasn't blue. But that one also wasn't so this is lit escalates, and it has this one sold out. So the gold package is sold out, but they have this one with the signed book plate, and it comes with this print. So it's a hardcover with a signed book plate. Comes with the print, the bookmark, this handy little box with the bookmark, and then a mystery. Ooh, what is you get a question mark with it. And this is $60. So it's not pounds. This is US. $60, and you get a signed book plate. Hardcover copy, limited edition of 1,000, exclusive brass die cut bookmark, and a secret illuminated item. So that's lit escalates. So those are the only two that I know of outside of the broken binding one. It's a short story collection. I think I'm going to pass. Yeah, that's the Tremblay. Waterstones also has a blue cover version unsigned. Oh, really? Let's see. Let's see. Oh, okay. Yeah, you're right. Let me share that. Okay. So yeah. So this is the Devils. I don't know if it shows up, but on my screen it's blue. So it's just the Devils hardcover. It is 21 pounds. But it doesn't say that this is a variant or a limited edition, but it's blue. You get a blue cover. Little boy blue. Um, so I don't know any other details, but there you go. Yeah. So that's it. Jason, there's been a lot of chatter about it around here. I don't know how much of my old sins might cause me trouble, but as long as the climate is what it is, the trouble is not worth it. Sorry, I may have confused from a previous Sunday letter. I think the blue green cover is on Abercrombie's site. Oh, okay. I think the regular trade hardcover in the UK is green. Is it green? I can't tell. It's hard to tell. So yeah, go over to Waterstones. They got it if you want a variant. There are a lot of variations of the Devils. A lot of people are getting excited by that book. Mm. So yes. So I've covered off on like literally everything on my little sheet. Boop. And yeah, and that's where I'm at this week. And I've pushed all the books and I've said all the prayers for the people, and we're rooting for everyone. And oh yeah, I was so jealous to see everybody at AuthorCon, and to see all those people getting together, man, really makes me fired up to get something cooked so you guys can all come to Chattanooga and see Tennessee Valley and see how beautiful it is in the scenic city, my adopted hometown, and have some laughs and just share the space, share the space and have a good time. Abercrombie writes, delightfully dark fantasy, well worth a try if you like fantasy. Yeah, I'm totally going to do it. I got to read The Blade itself. Got to read it. H, what's up, Soder Fallout guy? H. Yes, Jeff Con has to happen. I know it has to. I have a duty. It's not just, it's a duty. We all got to get together and just laugh our asses off. We need some of that, right? We need some laughters. And to the overseas people, I would feel insanely guilty if you flew all the way from the Netherlands. I would feel insanely honored if you did. What a crazy trip that would be for me, for you, but for me up here. Blow my mind. That would be awesome. But we'll get something in the works, and we'll have that day. We will have that day. We'll have our day for us. But until next week, I'm going to be cutting out. Waterstones is awesome exclusive trade paperbacks with digital edges that are excellent readers. Yeah. Yeah, I love those deals, man. I love them. And collect them all if you are of a fan. And I wish they did more for the Fracassi. More of those for Fracassi. But anyway, for all those going through the storm, trust me, you are going to be better on the other side. I guarantee it. Cheers. Go out there, read a great book, support a great author, and be good to each other. And I will see you next week. Bring the band, Patty. Bring the band. Amen.